Ever walk into a room and just instantly feel the vibe, like good vibes or bad vibes?
Yeah.
Or maybe you've met someone and felt an immediate connection, like you've known them forever.
Yeah.
Today's deep dive might just explain those moments.
Right.
We're exploring the energy field, also known as the aura, based on some really fascinating material from Stoic.new,
Interesting.
a platform that dives into all sorts of critical social issues.
I've heard of them.
You have?
Yeah, they're doing some really interesting work.
They are.
Yeah.
So their section on energy-based spirituality is our focus today. And while the term aura might sound a little out there, it connects to some surprisingly relevant ideas about well-being.
I think so.
Personal growth.
Definitely.
And even how we connect or don't connect with the world around us.
For sure.
Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit.
Yeah.
What exactly is an aura?
Okay.
Is this like some mystical, invisible force field?
Well, think of it like an energetic extension of yourself, an electromagnetic field surrounding your body.
Okay.
It's not typically visible to the naked eye,
Right.
but it's thought to be constantly there.
So it's always there.
Reflecting your physical, emotional, mental, and even spiritual state.
Wow.
It's a pretty holistic concept.
So it's not just about how physically fit you are, but also your mood, your thoughts, even your spiritual connection. That's wild.
It is. And here's where it gets even more interesting. This aura is believed to be in constant interaction with other energy fields.
Whoa.
The people around you, the places you go, maybe even objects.
Oh, wow.
We're all swimming in a sea of invisible energy.
Wait, so if it's like a two-way exchange, does that mean I can also accidentally absorb other people's stress? Like if I'm around someone who's super anxious, could that actually affect my own energy?
That's a great question, and it gets to the heart of how auras are believed to function. It's not just about protection, but also about this constant exchange of energy.
Right.
Have you ever felt totally drained after dealing with a difficult person?
Oh, yeah.
That could be your emotional layer taking a hit.
Oh, interesting. Okay, hold on, layers.
Yeah.
You're telling me this aura thing's like an onion.
You got it.
Wow.
Imagine your aura as an energetic onion, with each layer representing a different aspect of you.
Okay.
Closest to your body is the physical layer, reflecting your physical health and vitality.
Okay.
Then there's the emotional layer,
Right.
which is constantly shifting colors and intensity based on your feelings.
Oh, wow.
Ever notice how some people just radiate joy?
Yeah.
While others seem to have a cloud hanging over them?
Yeah, for sure.
That could be their emotional layer talking.
So if someone's feeling stressed or anxious, their emotional layer might look different than if they're feeling calm and joyful.
Exactly.
Like a human mood ring flashing their emotions with their aura.
Yeah, you could think of it that way.
I'm like rethinking how I see people.
And we haven't even gotten to the mental layer yet.
Okay.
This one is all about your thoughts, beliefs, and mental patterns.
Okay.
It can show how clear or confused your thinking is.
Wow.
And finally, there's the spiritual layer,
Okay.
the outermost layer,
Yeah.
which represents your connection to something greater than yourself.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm trying to picture this energetic onion
Yeah.
with all these layers constantly interacting and changing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot to wrap my head around.
It is.
And it's important to remember that your aura isn't a fixed thing.
Right.
It's dynamic, always fluctuating.
Yeah.
Based on both your internal state and external factors.
That's right.
Think of it like a constantly changing energy signature.
All right, so we've got this multi-layered dynamic energy field called the aura. But what does it actually do? What's the point of all this energy swirling around us?
Well, think of your aura as having a few key functions.
Okay.
As like a bodyguard, an energy exchanger. Okay.
And a communicator, all rolled into one.
Okay, a bodyguard, an energy exchanger, and a communicator. My aura sounds way busier than I am.
Right.
But let's break that down. What do you mean by bodyguard?
It's about protection.
Okay.
Your aura is thought to act as a shield against harmful energies, whether they're coming from other people, stressful environments, or even your own negative thoughts.
That's interesting.
A strong aura can help you stay resilient, like having an invisible force field around you.
So those energy vampires people talk about, maybe they're actually real. I always thought that was just a metaphor
Yeah.
for someone who drains your emotional energy.
Well, there might be more to it than we realize.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the energy exchange part.
Okay.
Your aura is constantly interacting with the energies around you, like a super sensitive antenna picking up signals.
Right.
Ever walk into a room and immediately feel a certain vibe?
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's good or bad. That could be your aura interacting with the energy of that space.
Right.
And the people in it.
You said it's a two-way street, right? So I'm not just absorbing energy.
That's right.
I'm also putting it out there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Your aura is constantly radiating your own unique energy signature, which can influence the people and spaces around you.
Wow.
And like we're all part of this intricate web of energy,
right,
constantly influencing and being influenced by each other.
So it's not just about protecting myself from bad vibes.
Right.
I also have to be mindful of the energy I'm putting out there. That's a lot of responsibility.
It is.
Right.
And it brings us to the third function of the aura. Communication.
Okay.
I'm not talking about verbal communication, but a more subtle, energetic kind. Okay. Think of it like your aura is having a silent conversation with the auras of those around you.
So like our auras are gossiping behind our backs.
Not exactly gossiping. It's more about unconsciously communicating your emotional or spiritual state to others.
Right.
For instance, if you're feeling calm and centered,
okay,
your aura might radiate a sense of peace that others can pick up on, even if they're not consciously aware of it.
So maybe that explains why I feel instantly comfortable around some people and totally on edge around others. It's not just about their body language or what they're saying.
Right.
It's also about their energy.
That's one way to think about it.
Okay.
And it could also explain those moments of instant connection you mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe love at first sight is really just two auras vibing on the same frequency.
That's a really interesting idea.
Yeah.
So even if we can't see auras with our eyes,
right,
they're still playing a role in how we perceive and interact with the world around us.
Precisely.
Okay.
And that brings us to the question of whether there's any scientific evidence to support the existence of auras.
Right.
Now, the aura, as it's traditionally understood, hasn't been scientifically validated.
Okay.
But there are some intriguing connections.
Okay, I'm all ears.
That might be relevant.
Tell me about this science stuff.
Well, for starters,
okay,
we know that the human body emits a measurable electromagnetic field, primarily from the heart and the brain.
Okay.
We can even detect this field with sensitive instruments.
So we're all like talking electromagnets.
It is.
That's pretty cool.
And some researchers believe this electromagnetic field could be what people are sensing when they talk about auras. We might not be able to see it with our naked eye,
right,
but our bodies are emitting a form of energy that could be interpreted as an aura.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about those aura photography booths you see at fairs and festivals?
Right.
Don't they actually take pictures of your aura?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Those booths typically use a biofeedback device that measures things like skin temperature and electrical conductivity.
Right.
Then those measurements are translated into colors that are superimposed onto a photograph.
So it's not really capturing the aura itself, but rather creating a visual representation based on physiological data.
Exactly.
Okay.
While those images can be fun and interesting, they're not necessarily an accurate depiction of the aura as it's understood in energy-based spirituality.
Right. So if we can't see auras with our eyes or with technology, how do we know if ours is healthy and balanced? Are there any signs or symptoms we can look out for?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it brings us back to the idea that the aura is a reflection of our overall well-being.
Okay.
If your aura is strong and balanced,
right,
you're likely to feel energized, resilient, and connected to yourself and the world around you.
So it's kind of like when you're in good physical shape, you just feel good overall.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
But when your aura is weakened or imbalanced, you might experience a range of symptoms, both physical and emotional.
Right.
Physically, you might feel drained, fatigued, or experience unexplained aches and pains.
Okay.
Emotionally, you might feel anxious, irritable, overwhelmed.
So those days when I wake up feeling exhausted, even though I got enough sleep, that could be a sign my aura needs a boost.
It's definitely a possibility.
Okay.
And remember, our aura is constantly interacting with the energies around us.
Right.
If you're in a toxic environment or around negative people, it can drain your aura and contribute to those feelings of depletion and imbalance.
So it's like I said earlier, I need to be mindful of the energy I'm putting out and the energy I'm letting in.
Right.
But what can I do to make sure my aura is in tip-top shape?
That's a great question, and there are actually a lot of things you can do to strengthen and cleanse your aura.
Okay.
Some of them are probably things you already do for your physical and mental health.
So we've got meditation,
Yeah.
smudging, spending time in nature, all things that can help us feel more grounded and centered.
Yeah.
I'm already feeling calmer just thinking about a walk in the woods.
Right.
But are there other ways to work with our aura, especially if we're a little skeptical about the more mystical stuff?
Absolutely. Remember, a lot of these practices benefit your overall well-being, regardless of your beliefs.
Okay.
You don't have to be a full-on energy healer to reap the rewards.
Yeah.
Take grounding, for example.
Okay.
Have you ever walked barefoot on the beach?
Well, yeah.
And felt instantly calmer? That's grounding in action.
Right.
Connecting to the Earth's energy to stabilize and revitalize your aura.
I love that feeling.
Yeah.
So it's not just about being in nature.
Right.
It's about that physical connection, feeling the earth beneath your feet.
Exactly.
What about crystals?
Yeah.
I'm a bit skeptical about crystals, but I'm open to hearing more.
Crystals are fascinating.
Okay.
They're believed to have unique energetic vibrations that can interact with our own energy field.
Interesting.
Some are thought to clear negative energy.
Okay.
Others to boost your energy or promote calm.
Right.
Think of them like energetic tuning forks.
Okay.
Helping to harmonize your aura.
Okay, I can kind of get behind that.
Yeah.
So it's not like crystals have magical powers.
Right.
But they might help shift our energy in a subtle way. It's like aromatherapy for the aura.
That's a great way to think about it.
I like that.
And speaking of subtle shifts, it's important to remember your aura is constantly changing, responding to your thoughts, emotions, and experiences.
Okay.
It's not about achieving some perfect static state, but rather being aware of those fluctuations and finding ways to maintain a healthy balance.
So even if I'm meditating daily and surrounding myself with crystals, my aura can still get thrown off by, say, a stressful day at work.
Exactly. Life happens, and those ups and downs are going to impact your energy field.
Right.
But the more you understand your aura, the better equipped you are to handle those energetic shifts and find your way back to a state of balance.
This has been a seriously eye-opening deep dive.
I'm realizing how much I've been operating on autopilot, not really paying attention to the energy I'm bringing to my interactions or absorbing from others.
That's a common experience.
Yeah.
We often go through life on autopilot, not fully aware of the energetic dynamics at play.
It's true.
But once you start tuning into your own energy and the energy around you, it can really change how you approach relationships, work, even just navigating daily life.
I can already see how that would be helpful.
Yeah.
If I'm aware of my own energy, I can choose to step away from situations that feel draining or consciously shift my energy if I'm bringing negativity to the table.
Exactly. It's about empowerment.
Right.
Once you understand the concept of the aura, even if you don't buy into all the mystical aspects, you have a framework for understanding how energy impacts your life and practical tools for managing that energy.
This deep dive has definitely given me a whole new perspective on things.
Good.
It's like I've been given a secret decoder ring for understanding those subtle vibes and gut feelings we all experience.
And remember, it's not just about understanding. It's about application.
Okay.
What resonated with you the most during this deep dive?
You know, I think what really stuck with me is that idea of aura communication, how our energy fields are constantly interacting.
Okay.
I'm going to be paying more attention to those subtle cues in my interactions.
Yeah.
See if I can pick up on those energetic signals.
That's a wonderful takeaway. And remember, the journey of understanding and working with your aura is a lifelong process.
That's true.
There's always more to learn and discover.
Well said. And on that note, dear listeners, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of auras.
Hope you enjoyed it.
We hope this exploration has sparked your curiosity and empowered you to explore your own energetic nature.
Absolutely.
Remember, whether you see it as a mystical force field or simply a reflection of your inner state, your aura is a powerful tool for navigating life with more awareness and intention.
Couldn't agree more.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep shining your light.